Well, in this Guide to Cheap Living special, we're going to be talking about cheap liquor. Yeah, cheap liquor. And here's like a little example here. Some cheap gin. And this is like bottom shelf liquor. And the price for this bit of bottom shelf liquor for a 750 milliliter bottle, $6.19. And yeah, for gin, it's like bottom shelf. And personally, in your state, if like when you're looking for cheap liquor, always look for the lowest prices in your local liquor store. If you're living, like around here in Pennsylvania, liquor prices are like well, they're all like all uniform statewide, considering they own all the liquor stores. Other places where it's uniform state might only depend on say in states, whatever. There's other states that might have uniform prices. And like say some parts of Canada too. Also, if you're looking for a wine, there's like a cheap type of wine out there. A cheap type of wine that's very affordable. Well, to tell you, like this is just proof right there. The footage, like say, the various types of specialties of wine they call it, but it's like basically fortified wine. And look at the prices. Especially where I live is the most potent. Richard's Wild Irish Rose. They say for a 3-liter bottle, that's like $11, whatever. But I tell you, this type of wine here is like very potent. And yeah, they do sell Thunderbird, but not all liquor stores. But not all the state stores where I live carry them. I gotta find one state store in Elizabeth that carries it. That's where else. And those are some type of wines that you can easily afford. But be careful. That stuff is a little. Those types of cheap wines are a little potent. And if those types of wines are not your type, there's a type of wine that looks like fancy, like fucking wine, but it's relatively easier. It's relatively somewhat affordable. Oh, you can get good quantities too. So, like if you're throwing a party and shit, and they want wine, and they don't like that fortified shit, you can buy them this, and it's like relatively affordable, somewhat. Oh, but it's a cheap fancy wine. Here's the price anyway. And yeah, you're probably saying, why spend $10.99 for say Richard's Wild Irish for a 3-liter bottle of Richard's Wild Irish Rose, when figure you can get the box wine for say 2 liters more for like say 50 cents more. Well, it only depends. Like this stuff is probably, like they say, called fruity, whatever. But the only difference is fruity wine. It's like fancy ass shit. If you like throwing parties and shit, and the people don't like the or otherwise if you want if you want wine that has a little bit of a kick, you can always buy the Richard's Irish Rose. But the Richard's Irish Rose is very it's like a little potent, more potent than the MD 2020. Oh, and the Thunderbird is like just as potent, but I haven't. But I tell you, fortified wines, the cheap wines, fortified. You drink too much cheap fortified wine, you definitely will be you definitely get intoxicated faster. Also, we should show you the other types of cheap liquors, like cheap rums. This is the cheapest type of rum you can get where I live. I'm probably sure you can find cheaper rums, like cheaper rum in some other states. Like always check your local liquor stores. They always say bottom shelf liquor is affordable. It's the most affordable you can get. And I will show you some cheap whiskeys. And the prices for these are virtually the same. Like for 750 milliliter bottle, it'd be like $9.99 where I live. It could be cheaper where you live. It only depends on, say, your liquor law, like the liquor laws where you live. I will show you some other cheap whiskey, and this type of whiskey is truly bottom shelf liquor. Yes, Old Crow is a cheap liquor. Well, a more affordable whiskey form of bourbon. And we'll show you now some cheap vodka that I could find. Here's a price for that type of affordable vodka. For $8.49, you can get 1 liter of vodka. And the same company, the same brand that this gin is, Crystal Palace. They do have such thing as Crystal Palace vodka, but they don't sell that where I live. Well, if you can find Crystal Palace vodka, don't matter. They sell it out there. Now I found a very affordable quantity of tequila in this directory. It's an affordable quantity of tequila you can find in the Keystone State. The only thing that'd be different is the fucking sales tax. And there's everything you need to know about cheap liquor. You gotta remember, there's a few something you gotta remember. Like 1, drink responsibly, and 2, you drink too much alcohol, you could be asking for big trouble. And if you do drink too much liquor, and if you do drink a sufficient amount of liquor, I'd advise not getting behind the wheel at all, because drinking and driving never mix anyway. Oh, that can get, say, figure drinking excess alcohol you can either end up in jail, in a hospital, Or worse yet, in a cemetery. Or somebody else could end up there too. Like in a hospital or in a cemetery. You don't want that. And they said does not and it's not good to be drinking, say to be under the legal drinking age, because that's illegal. You can get thrown in jail for that too. Yeah, just remember to drink responsibly.